Welcome to PPM Express webinar. Uh, Day in September. We'll talk about portfolio management, resource management in Office 365 and Microsoft Teams. My name is Anton Krasov. I'm from PPM Express. I'm one of the founders and executive in PPM Express. First of all, today we'll talk about a few things. We'll make an overview of all the work management on the Office 365 platform, what's available from Microsoft and from some other companies, the challenges that companies face in terms of resource management and using the teams and how to properly manage it with a variety of tools that you have. We'll talk about what is in scope for resource management, and we'll talk how you can manage resources across tools with our product, PPM Express. Uh, we have time for Q&A, so if you have any questions during my demonstration, please feel free to ask those questions. I will try to answer, like I'll try to stop after every section and see if I can answer some of the questions. For recording, it will be sent after the webinar, so typically sent within 1 or 2 days. So please expect there will be an email with recording, so you can share it with your colleague and with your team if that's needed. So very quickly, again, like PPM Express is cloud-based software for project portfolio management. We released tools for resource management tasks within product as well. And if you look on general, like on companies, how they run PMO and in terms of resource management, so definitely right now teams use multiple tools. But the challenges for PMO for they PMO need to make sure that companies are running effectively, that all the work is visible, that employees and their team members can find all the information, see all the information that is important. PMO is focusing on increasing the team performance. Uh, Resource management, it is very important critical component right now, considering that everyone is remote and it's hard. It is critical to make sure that your resources are not overloaded, that future work is planned, that you have enough resources for future work that is coming, that is in your pipeline, that you can plan for it, and that you properly manage and monitor utilization for your project. As part of all these elements, definitely there are like risk management, budget management, financial management, and reporting on that information. So it's all in scope of for PMO, and PMO is responsible for kind of like tracking all that information and looking for systems that will help them to do this work. If you look on the on all the Microsoft stack, and not only stack, on the modern workspace, right now reality is that companies use multiple tools. Teams use multiple tools. You might have this seen among our customers. We've seen companies with 2 or 3 different tools. We have teams, customers who use Azure DevOps, and they use Jira for different projects for different departments. We have companies using modern project heavily using the project Microsoft Project Online, and marketing team using the Planner. Everyone is using Microsoft Teams at this time, so you can find Teams pretty much everywhere. The companies want to simplify the process. One of the biggest problem is that all those tools are so different. Planner, you cannot compare Planner and Microsoft Project Online. You cannot compare project and style of work and type of work that you manage in Azure DevOps when you use Agile or in Jira. It's simply you cannot use project for that. So all the different work, all the different style of work, all the different task and type of work managed in different system, it creates that highly uncontrolled environment from the big view. It's hard to see it all together. It's hard to view that, and for management, that creates a huge problem. how to see all the statuses, to understand what requires attention, what's in progress, what needs to be stopped, addressed, updated, change, how to start, who can start on new work. So all that coming together, uh, it's a huge problem for management and for the team. If you look quickly on the tool from Microsoft, since we talked today about the Office 365 platform and all the uh, Microsoft Teams and ecosystem, Microsoft has several tools for all project management, for all work management. You have Mother Project for Web. Uh, Nice new product, lightweight, running on the powerful power platform. But again, like it's not connected to Planner, it's not connected to anything, it's not connected to project. Its data is in CDS. It's using the D365 URS. It's Universal Resource Scheduling Platform for resource managers. So all again like all pieces in the different places. Project Online, cool application, enterprise wide. You can manage very complex, very heavyweight projects, multi-year projects, highly advanced, highly mature, highly structured, waterfall based. So but at the same time it works for many teams, but at the same time everyone is complaining that it's too complex for all the users. And if you ask executives or PMO use it for project management, for portfolio management and resource management that is there, so like, hey, what about the other work that we have in other systems, how I can see it in project? It doesn't work as well. Planner, nice, excellent, lightweight tool, focus personal tasks, small team tasks, small projects. But again, like no portfolio management, no resource management. It's like everything is ad hoc. It's really kind of like you can plan some work, but you cannot plan all the work utilization and resource management and across your team or teams or entire organization. DevOps and Jira, Agile, Scrum, focus it on IT, focus it on software development, so focus it on everything R&D that you have. But same like it has its own miss, like for example, no milestones, no part concept of portfolios. You can create some artificial, no budgets, no deadlines. What about the resource managers? You have very limited capabilities to do that in terms of resource management in DevOps and Jira. So challenge, and it creates a very highly it's create highly complex structure where you have all those tools and data in all those different tools on the different level, different complexity, different type, and you multiply it by different departments. That creates a complete, very complex structure to manage and to see all the work and manage portfolio of those projects and manage resource utilization across all those tools. If you talk about the resource management, so what's important? Again, like I'm not trying to cover 100% everything that you can do in resource management. You can it's companies build entire businesses around resource management and build a highly complex software solution around resource planning and resource management. But really, like if we uh, do the high level look like who's working on what. I want to understand that and I want to be able to see it anytime. If I'm a leader, if I'm from PMO, or if I'm a project manager, I want to be able to see it. I need to be able to answer the question: who is available? Who can start a new project? Who can work on some work that I have tomorrow or in 2 weeks? Or there's a new request came from our the most important customers that I need to serve. So that's a very important question. Utilization conflict, over allocation, under allocation. You want to make sure that your resources are properly utilized. You need a tool to see all that information and to understand who's allocated and plan for future. Avoid when you plan your resources that you avoid those conflicts in future as well. Planning future projects again, like you want to be able to create resource plans and see, okay, how many resources I need, what I need to do in terms of your like when I can start projects and so on. And based on that, you need analytics, some reporting solutions that can support your resource plan, your resource utilization, all those aspects. So if you take a look of resource management, that's a high level. Definitely, I can go to some create some areas like, okay, I want the automatic leveling, I want some what if analysis, and so on. So again, like it's there. It's not in the scope of discussion that and presentation that I do today, but I will show some of the cases, basic builds that you can do. But and in PPM Express, we will work more on those and more advanced capabilities in the future. Again, so that's a summary about resource management. Again, we are from PPM Express, and the PPM Express is a tool for we call it model portfolio, project portfolio management. And the difference, kind of like we use a different concept. So we are not another Microsoft project online, or not another traditional vendors that say, hey, you need to bring all the information to our platform and use it and manage it from there. So you need to stop using your project, you need to stop using your tools, manage everything, then you can use all the capabilities. We're saying no. Connect, do not replace. So you can consider us as a platform that integrates with all your tools, that is easy to use and that provides instant results for you to see all that work in one place. So our concept is connecting to your work management system. It's our principles connecting to your project management system. You can connect your work from DevOps, you can connect your work from Planner, from Jira, from Project Online, from Planner, and see all that information in Teams or in our web application. So that's a kind of like a main concept. PPM Express using the Power BI for all the reporting capabilities. So all information that we connected to from PPM Express is available through the Power BI. So you can use it for reporting. Again, it's all you can see. It's all the Microsoft stack and also the Microsoft Secure Cloud. So everything just there. If we go over kind of like quick business values that we deliver, so definitely full visibility and ability to manage your projects, portfolios, programs, and view them in one place. As I mentioned, analytics is Power BI. Transparency, you can make your projects available and visible to everyone in the organization. Integration with your existing stack of tools that you have, that you don't have to switch tools, you don't have to go completely to PPM like, hey, we to get the value we need to manage our task in PPM. No, keep what you have. Don't make change. Your team select the tools for a reason. Resource management. We provided capabilities. We're still working on it, and I will show our current progress. And we'll keep working on resource management capabilities for probably next year. We have some very cool features about the using machine learning for forecasting the statuses, issue detection in projects. So that's some cool stuff that we have, and we have some dashboards that shows that all the information in one place. And again, native to Office 365, and but the biggest concept that it's one place for your entire organization to see all the work, no matter where it's managed. That's probably the biggest value of PPM. Okay, let me go to the demo, and I will do a tour through the application. So again, like, feel free if you have any questions. If you have any questions, you can ask it, and I would be more than happy to answer. So okay, let me switch to my instance, and we'll go from there. So perfect. Um, Very quickly, I created a very lightweight environment. So I have only just one portfolio with some projects, so I can see my timeline. Where I can see my projects here, and the concept is PPM Express, as I mentioned, you can connect to different systems. In this case, what I did is I connected to I have some projects from Planner. I brought in them into PPM Express, And we have some projects that manage completely just in PPM Express. We have some basic lightweight task management module as well. What I can see here, definitely, if I click on a project, like on this project, I can see some timeline, I can see some statuses, I can see some milestones, I can see some tasks that I got from the system. I can see my some resource plan for my project if there are any data plan. So kind of like standard capability. So ideas that you can connect to system, you can import your projects from, you can import your projects from different systems, and you can see all that information here in one place. With our machine learning models, you can automate the status calculation. So it's enterprise feature, but again, like machine learning will look at your data, all the tasks and everything, all the information that you have, and will calculate and forecast the statuses. As well, you can see here the warning system. It's part of the, it's using the issue detection model that will look at your data and will find anomalies. For example, right now here, like our overall stats says that we are trees, but there are kind of like there are some issues with milestones, and maybe it is critical. System say, hey, we know that we are trees, but there are more data. You have late task, you have information. Take a look. Maybe it's not a tree. We believe that it should be elevated. Uh, in terms of connecting to this project is connected to Planner. What I can do here is I can access my planner just clicking here on the icon. That will open my information, my tasks in PPM Express. So I can see my entire project plan data, all everything from Planner within PPM Express. So I don't have to go to Planner immediately to see the backlog. I can access it from here, just from here, and it's all available. This is a new feature that coming to PPM Express that you will be able to see tasks from Planner, from DevOps, from Project Online, from Jira within PPM Express without a need to switch to any platform. So it will get all that information. But if you want to access that specific task, for example, you can say, like, hey, why this task is critical? You can click on that task, and that will open that task in Microsoft Planner, or it will open Schedule Project Online, or it will open that work item in Azure DevOps, so you can see it, you can change it, and those updates on the next data synchronization will flow back to PPM Express. So one of the principles that we use is that all information should be available within one click of mouse. So we provide that ability that if you want to save information, it's here. You can view that information in the grid. You can have different views and filters, and so you can apply. You can say like, "Hey, show me all the late tasks." Okay, I can see, I can see it here. So like, show me tasks that are assigned to me. I can see that there are 34 tasks. Show me tasks that are at risk. I can immediately kind of like see all those tasks that are at risk at this time. So very quick filters, and again, like that functionality that is not available in project, it's not available in DevOps, it's not available in Jira and Planner. So we provide that you can easily find that information. In terms of portfolio management, yes, one more thing. So I can open entire plan in Planner and see just from here again, like one click away, or I can see back, can get back to the PPM Express, to the dashboard that I have here for my projects here. You can manage your milestones. You can see your resource plan. So that's what we'll talk today about as well. How do I forecast and create resource plan for my project? Who has a conflict? Who is working on what? So we have a capabilities called the resource plan. So it's a component that you can create resource plan for each of the project. And again, the beauty is that since it's done in PPM Express, it doesn't matter where your project is actual work is managed. You can see it in PPM Express, but you can also create high level resource plan. Your resources can be committed, they can be proposed as well. So you can switch them for scenarios where you want to do the what if scenarios or plan future project. You can use the proposed resources and see how that affects and all that information. If I move a mouse to any of the cells here, I can see that during this month I have capacity of 168 hours. I have no availability. I have 126 hours on this project. I have 65 hours on another project, and my resource right now is overallocated for 23 hours. If that resource will have some proposed work, you will be able to see here as well. So kind of like you can evaluate all that. You can see both committed and both proposed work and see how that affects your resource availability and resource utilization for specific user or specific resource. If I click on that resource, I get to the cart where I can see all my information about that resource. For example, let me go back and click on the overallocated resource that I have here. Okay, I'll scroll here and I will click on the crease. I click on the crease and I can see all that information again, like committed or location visually. If I want to see, I can say, okay, show me on the daily format. I can definitely see that on the daily format, how is our allocation, or I can switch back to monthly. I can view that in hours view, I can use it in percentage view, I can use it in the FTE view. So you have the flexibility to switch between different information. And the beauty is that what I can do here, I can go here immediately and I can change it. Everything interactive. You can make those changes from any place if you have permissions. Definitely, you can make it from resource card. You can make it from. You can make that from project card. You can make it from pretty much anywhere. If you go back to our resource pool, I can view my resource pool. I can see my utilization here, just graphical format. Immediately, visually in visual format, I can see here, for example, okay, who can be available to work in October, for example, or last week of October. I can switch to weekly view. I can go October and say, probably, there is some availability here. There is some availability, for example, here, and for that user, he's completely available. So I can plan work just from here. So for example, I can go to user and I can say add to project, pick a project, and make that over allocation. So very very easy to do. Another option that you can do in terms of resource planning is that you can pick several resources, and or for example, instead of selecting, you can say, okay, show me all project managers, and I can say, let's plan the work for those project managers. So from here, you can see all the projects that they're working on. You can add new projects. You can assign new projects. You can do all that work here just right from here. You can assign a person to different project or use a different uh, change over location, change assignments. Again, that's a resource plan. Uh, Again, do not forget that those projects can be managed in completely different system, in Planner, in Project, in DevOps, in anywhere. Again, this is a resource plan. You can view all that information. To compare a couple features that we will be releasing in beginning of Q4. Right now, like you can see, what is cool that you can see you have resource plan and you can see schedule, so you can see all the work that you have for that project in Planner. Uh, we will be combining, extending our resource planner module where you'll be able to see aggregated information in the same grid as well. So you'll be able to switch in this control for resource plan. You will be able to switch between the plan and aggregated between the planned work. Sorry, let me go back here just 1 second. Okay, monthly view and hours. So you will be able to see aggregated information from tasks. So we have it. We are adding that capabilities here. So you can have plan, you can see scheduled work, you can see actuals, and you can see details about all that work in one single application. Couple more features. So PPM PPM Insights. It's our module. It's available for all for professional plans and for enterprise plans. As I mentioned, in enterprise plan, it's extended with that machine learning. It's a dashboard. It's an action plan for project managers, for PMO, for leadership to take a look on your portfolio and see where some attention is required. Here you can see projects that are at risk, critical, that requires attention, that have some late tasks, that have tasks due this week, and so on. So the idea is that you can very quickly go to specific information. Okay, what is due this week? I just can press here, and I can see all that information immediately here. For attention required, it shows that what's changed recently, that you can, for example, this task is late. System says you that this task is late. You can switch between the different views. You can see all that information. For example, I can go here and say, okay, what do we have due this week? Nothing. It's due this week is only like two tasks here. For team members, we have capabilities as well. So we have a module called MySpace. It's kind of like a My Work or My Tasks application where you can see, let's say, I can see all the work and all my assignments across all the tools. As a team member or as a project manager, if I have some assigned tasks, I have one place to go and to see that work. I know that Microsoft has My Task where you can see tasks from To Do and from Planner. But what about Jira? What about Project Online? What about other systems that you might have here in PPM Express? You can view that information in one place. And soon we will be releasing an app, separate app for Microsoft Teams that you can see that in Microsoft Teams, and it will be a navigation platform to see all that work. Again, like it doesn't matter where your task is managed. It can be in any system. As long as it's connected to PPM Express, you will be able to see that in PPM Express and navigate between between different systems. All information again is one click. I have a task management module here in PPM Express, so I can click here and I will be able to even to change that information here. We won't do that right now for planner, for project, for DevOps, maybe later. Right now you just see it information, or you can easily just click on the project and open the project and see the details about the project. You can see the dashboard for the project here inside of in terms of PPM Express. So as an overview, portfolio management. You connect to your system. You use one screen to see all the work in the application. You can use it in the cards, all the different formats. You can, if you have multiple projects, you have filters, views, and everything. So you can play with all the data the way that you want it. Individual project, you can extend, you can configure, you can track multiple details. For simple project, maybe you don't track resources and risk and issues. You can do that. We have lots of controls for project where you can track additional details about risk issues and so on. Many things. In terms of resource management, you can create resource plans for project. You can see all the work that your resources are working on, and again, like no matter where the work is managed, you are able to see it in PPM Express without leaving a PPM Express. Uh, you have PPM Insights, which provides an action plan or dashboard uh, to what is important, what project managers, PMO, or leaders need to focus on, as well as we provide the MySpace functionality where your team members can see what's important for them right now, what's on their desk, what are their priority, what are their tasks that they need to work on today, tomorrow, this week, and what is late, so they can focus it and work on what's important. Quick question about one of the questions that I have. There are a couple questions. So Is there any security clearance and certification for Department of Defense? So right now we do not have. We run on the Microsoft cloud. Cloud. It is secure. We are not running on the government cloud yet. Would love to discuss, so we can take it offline and discuss. So right now we do not have any clearance certification, but everything is purely runs on Azure, 100% Azure based, and Azure is cleared for government use and for DoD use. Uh, Quick question: can we do configure which fields are coming from and visible from Azure DevOps? Right now, we bring the standard information from Azure DevOps. We plan to add. We have a mapping to configure your project in PPM Express can be represented epics from Azure DevOps. So in this case, yes, we have a mapping where you can bring information from epics to project level fields in PPM Express. We will be extending in next couple releases. We are right now working on mapping for more advanced mapping for Jira and Azure DevOps and Microsoft projects. So we will bring custom fields from Azure DevOps work issues, for work item, from issues, from tasks into PPM Express as well. So it is not available right now, but that's coming. Uh, that's coming in like probably within like next 4 to 6 weeks. That would be available, and you will be able to configure that, because we understand companies configure systems the way they want it, and you will be able, you might want to see more details uh, that we provide by default. Okay, let me switch back to demonstration. Okay, so again, our story is that you can view all the work for your portfolios, for your projects, for your resources. You can plan your resources. You can use where they're working on in one location, and a very clean and simple interface. You don't have to write any code. You don't have to do any complex configuration. It's all there. Your reports, you can run reports on all that information using Power BI with help of our standard packages. So all is there, and you can. That's our kind of promise. Simple, clean, one location, and view all the work that you need, and you can manage all that work. In terms of resource management, definitely you can create resource plans and plan your resource utilization. You can track over location, you can manage utilization, you can define calendars, you can view all that information. You can create holidays, calendars for teams, for people, all that information. You can track work across tools, across different software product. Uh, so you can view that information. Again, like same comes with the consolidated resource management. No matter where your resources are working, it's a project, and you can plan resources for that project within PPM Express. For what if scenarios, we understand that it is important. Right now, you can use a proposed resource, so there is no kind of complex scenario and specific tool for what if scenarios and planner. It will be added later. Right now, you can plan with shifting the start date for projects uh, within the resource plan, so you'll be able to do that. And there are proposed resources where you can plan with capacity and try the different scenarios. It is native for Office 365 and Microsoft Teams. So you stay in that platform. Your data is in Azure Cloud. It's fully integrated in Microsoft Teams. You can embed information to Microsoft Teams. You can view, your team members can access, and project managers can view, work with PPM Express from Microsoft Teams. We have native app right now, and we'll be releasing one more for MySpace application. Uh, okay, it looks like there are no more questions at this time. Uh, very quickly. Right now, the information shows that some of that is available. All the resource planning capabilities are available in our production tenant, so you can start a trial yourself and play with it. ability to see the work and everything. So we are rolling out it slowly. Right now, we will roll out the project and planner. In a couple of weeks, we'll be rolling out the DevOps and Jira, and will be improving. So if you want to try it, we have some early access versions. So let us know. We can work with you. Or if you want a detailed demo for PPM Express, let us know. Our contact is here. Feel free to give us a call or send request to info at PPM Express. Let us know. Uh, Play with the tool, try it. We'd be more than happy to work with you and see, make sure that there is a value for our organization from PPM Express. Thank you and have a great day.